Am I back yet? Is it back? Is it working? Are we back? I have literally not a single goddamn clue what on earth just happened there. I have absolutely not a clue. Because on my end, internet was fine. It literally just stopped. It was OBS. I don't know what it was, but it was OBS. So that's annoying. Right. Okay. So sorry about that. I've absolutely, yeah, I literally have no idea what happened. Been playing up since the update, dude. That's weird. I just opened when I got 3 going live notice in a row. Yep, well, sorry. Sorry, I was downloading a cart. Anyway, where the hell was I? Oh. Wait, who was that? Somebody in Discord was just like, why 4 pings? The pharmacy? Oh, yeah, anyway, so Doug went to the pharmacy to get the blisters, came back. Aragon was still in the shower. We got everyone sorted and we went on our way to go and get to the convention. Who that was? I've not seen them in a long time. You sick too, Nuke? Yeah, I mean, convention sickness. Audie, don't be rude to people in the Discord. I know who you thought it was. I know who you thought it was. Downloading. Yeah, I don't know the downloading a car one. I feel like I should though. Anyway, yeah. So we ended up on our way to the convention. We went to a patisserie on the way and got our breakfast. We get there, we go in the line, which we thought was going to take much longer than it did. It took us about 2 minutes, but that was mostly just walking through it. Yeah, so we got in, and I think immediately we wanted... Well, we first had a wee look at the map to see what was going on. And... Oh, hold on. We went to the top floor, because that is where the opening ceremony was. No, wait, yes, we are on Saturday now. So we go in, and Gooses is at the door, so we say hi to Gooses. And Gooses comes with us because Gooses was by themselves. Alex Wolfie comes over, who is the organizer of Block Wars, and shit, fuck, he is tall. Like, because I've never seen, like... I hadn't ever seen him IRL before, because obviously he doesn't have a face cam or anything, so I wouldn't have known what to be looking out for. But he came over and just, like, pointed at his badge and saw that was him. He was wearing a mask as well, but he is tall. Is wild. Like, he's taller than Akko tall, which is saying something, because Akko's, like, 6'4". Like, I think he might be 6'6"-ish. Just because we're friends. Well, I wouldn't have let you tag along if we weren't. Because if you had just started following us around without an invitation, it would have been really, really creepy. So you were invited for a reason to come along with us, and that's because you were wanted with us. Don't get all anxious on me now. That's a huge bitch. That is a huge bitch. So that was that, and we decided to go up to the opening ceremony, where if anybody was watching the online streams that they were doing while it was going on, you would have seen the announcements, but a lot of them were like, hold on, I saved a thing. That was it. But basically, one of the changes they're making to Twitch in the next, like, year or whatever is They're from what I could tell, they're making it more like its own social media. So they're adding things like stories and better, like, able to feature clips. They're adding a scrolling thing like TikTok or Reels or YouTube Shorts or whatever. And they're basically allowing creators to choose featured clips that will allow people to see their channel and potentially lead them to said channel. Yeah, Gooses. Spiky Boy, thank you so much for the follow. I don't know how to feel about that. Honestly, pros and cons. But there is one thing that I was very, very, very happy about. And this has been a little thing for a while, but it is guest stars getting an update. Actually, a social media page and adding discoverability features, it's a wild ride. I think it's really good. Now, for those of you that don't know what the guest star thing is, it is a feature that Twitch added maybe late last year or early this year that was used to basically get someone else on your stream. So I could get somebody else's camera up on like one of the sides here. And what they're doing is they're basically making it easier to collaborate with other people by making it so that you can share other people's streams on your stream and make it available for you to go and follow other people at the same time. It's a really good idea. And I'm really glad they're adding it. I think it's really good. It's going to encourage a lot more collaboration between people as well. Split screen streaming. Pretty much, honestly. And I really like the idea. I'm really glad they're adding it. A lot of the things they announced were really good, but we went in with the joke that was like, oh my god, they're finally going to announce a 70-30 split. We get the 30. Pardon me. Like, that was the joke going in. Don't even, yeah, I know. And we had this, like, there ended up being this running joke that I was gonna get, like, surprise partnered when they started announcing that they were going to upgrade someone's affiliate badge live. And they were like, okay, this guy's been around since 2021, which wasn't me, but people were like, that's you, Nuke, it's you. He got affiliated in 2021. It was like, okay, cool. That wasn't me either. That's you, Nuke, that's you. He plays a lot of Genshin Impact with giveaways. Literally never. Nuke, that's definitely you. Nuke, that's definitely you. You're getting partnered right now. Definitely you, 100%. That's you. Like, oh.
I just thought if we started chanting nuke loud enough, then they'd just give you partner.
Or evacuate the building. But it was quite funny because everybody that I was with seemed to be convinced that it was me when they have literally no reason to partner me, which sucks, by the way. It's my favorite Genshin streamer. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that they don't have a reason to partner me, but they should have done it anyway. Like, I don't meet the qualifications for it, so I don't see why they would. That's what I mean when they say they don't have a reason to. Reason enough being my community is awesome and I've been around for ages, but that Twitch doesn't care about that. Gotta pick up Genshin now, of course. I was told afterwards that if I played one Genshin stream, I would never hear the end of being asked to play it again. Seem to be convinced, Nuke. I don't know if you can read our faces well. Let me have this. Let me have it that you guys were so supportive that you were convinced it was going to be. Let me have this. You made it back in one piece. Pretty much. I mean, like, I've got the con flu, but aside from that, I'm doing good. But how are you doing, Shep? I really thought, good, better Gooses. Keep that energy up. Lucrative sponsorships. Oh God, yeah. This community supportive, never. Well, I do, like, obviously I've been talking about getting partner for ages when it's not on the cards, but, like, it's something that I'm, like, very inspired to work towards over this next year. Playing Genshin pop-off says get that bag. I don't know. I don't like the idea of Genshin. It's always been very pay to win in my eyes, and I'm just like, it'd be very deserved. Thank you. Well, we're gonna be like, as a community, I want us all to be working towards getting partnership for this channel and my other friends as well. I'd love to see everyone else that I'm surrounding myself with get partner over the next year, so I can get a goddamn smoothie in the partner lounge. They were making smoothies. But more reasons than that, of course. Yeah, as a community, I know we're capable of it. So it's going to be doing that. It's very much of, I'm very much of the mind of like, people are not going to like, because it's like nobody supports you until they do. That makes sense. There are people that are here, like you guys right now, you are here for me because you guys believe in me and my content. There are people that follow me and then won't come back until they see like I'm doing like well in viewers. And they're like, oh, let's go say hi. Which is, I want to say it's understandable because it's like, then they're more on your radar. You're like, oh, okay, cool. It's just that. It's just that. And I'm not like mad about it at all. I'm just like, meh. Too successful or above a certain amount, I get you, homie. Yeah, it's a struggle. Yeah, it is. But that was the start of it, and then afterwards, I was considering going to the Path to Partner workshop they were doing as well, but I knew that, well, it was on at the same time as the opening ceremony, so I decided to pass and go to it the next day because it was on the next day. I don't know if we did anything. What did we do for lunch, if anything? I actually don't know if we did. But we ended up... Oh, no, I remember. We ended up going up to the Artist Alley in the main convention hall center where all of like the pop-ups in this Artist Alley was. I got to see Morgan, whose wedding I went to, Spark Hero, for those of you that don't know. And she was working at the Logitech G stand in Streamlabs. And when we got there, she said to me, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I need to sneeze. She didn't say that. Not the last part, anyway. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, please, don't do this to me. Was Artist Alley better than last year? I wasn't that invested in it. There were some cool things to see. There was a people auction. Ducks, if I'm honest with you, I could not tell you. I don't know how much I've spent this last weekend, and I don't want to check. Say people are... People. Like, people sit. No, people, not people. Okay, they do sound similar. Like the little frog. Went for 4... Is that how much it went for? I didn't know. I think the first one I saw was like... Oh, how much? I don't know. I think it was 50 at the start. Jesus Christ. VTubers got it. Ah, I got it. I see. Because I saw people walking around with it the next day. But anyway, they were handmade. They were handmade little frog peoples. People. I have to like be specifically about it now, but yeah, that was one of the more notable things I saw. There were prints with like different fandoms and every single character in said fandom. I think there was an Adventure Time print. This was like, I want to say A2 landscape. Really, really impressive. Morgan's stuff as always was really, really cool to see as well. Goose's ended up, I don't know if it was on the Saturday or the Sunday that she got it, but it was a little goose sticker that was little fat goose. And I related personally. Just a guess. Yeah, probably, Barnes. You're not wrong. Goose's, I think that was the one that was doing the auction. Because I think it was called something like Mamoru Sprout or something like that. But, yeah, there was a I think that was like a little giveaway. Was it OMG? I think it might have been. It looked, well, from the top of my head, it looked like the one that would most likely be doing it. You know? So we ended up getting a sandwich from one of the places on that floor because they had like 3 different restaurants there. Well, pop-up shops. I can feel this sneeze like in the back of my fucking throat. It's really annoying. It's out, rip. But anyway, so Morgan said to me when we went over to find her, because it was her husband and brother-in-law that were running the store while she was girl bossing at another place. And she said to me, was like, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, no plans, we'll see what's about. And she was like, oh, come by and we can record a video. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm probably going to be on TikTok at some point on Logitech G's account, naming Pokemon. And I don't remember who was there with me while I was doing it, but it was funny. I actually think it was... No, I think they all went to go and see the nanotech, or like the nano leafs stall next to it. But it was funny, and who knows, it'll do well for them. Then after that we had the Rats SMP panel. Now, this was a big one because I was a part of it. Not the panel itself, but I was a part of Rats SMP in a limited capacity. I beta tested, I was a cat, I was a cameo as a termite, I was a little boy that kept Akko in a cage in the finale. I can do it all. Just call me Meryl Streep. Anyway, so I ended up getting basically to the front of the queue, actually, because somebody saw me. I think it was Jack. Jack saw me, came over and was like, hey, come here. I was like, cool. He's a triple threat, ladies and gents. Hell yeah. Cat's beta tester and professional trapper. You heard it here first, chat. And on the way through, I got stopped by... Well, like, before I actually even joined the queue, I'd been stopped a couple times by people that recognized me. For example, Orbits, who was there only on the Saturday, wasn't around on the Sunday. It was great to meet you as well, dude. It was really, really nice. Like, everybody that I was, like, that met me got a photo if they wanted, and I signed their card as well if they wanted. You're in the top 3 of... Thanks. So people recognize me. Charlie, or Lego LGHO in chat, gave me this. Now, I don't think I need to say how much it means to get something given to you at a convention, but out of nowhere, like, I was walking past, and Lego was sitting on the floor waiting in the line, and just, like, caught me off guard with it. Gooses!
Unoriginal
Guys, get some love in chat.
Tier 1 sub _. They have given 88 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Gooses. I really appreciate that. And Lego, make sure to make plenty of use of the emotes. We are getting a new one soon, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, no, this was a really, really cool thing to get. This was actually the first bit of art I got. There was another thing that I got from, and I feel really bad not remembering who specifically gave it to me. And I know it's in my bag somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, I'm going to turn the mic off because I'm sniffling and I don't want you guys to hear it too loudly. Yeah, I unfortunately don't remember who, like, the name of the person that gave this to me, but I have a handmade coaster now, which... And I feel so bad for not remembering the name of the person that gave it to me. I know that was me. That was you! I wanted to say it was you! But I couldn't, like, I didn't want to be like, oh, you gave it to me. And then you were like, no, what are you talking about? But yeah, no, I thought this was the cutest thing ever. I still have one left. Save it for yourself. Save it for yourself. You're so talented. It's so cute. So anyway, I'll be having my coffee on this from now on. Wait, Leon, is this dishwasher safe? Just in case I accidentally stain it. I don't want to ruin it. Like, I want to just put it up there so it doesn't get damaged at all. 30 degrees. Okay, thank you. Or hand wash. Okay, thank you. I'll remember that. But that's my coaster. Dishwasher safe. Well, washing machine safe. Whatever. But oh, Orbits!
Sadly can't stick around, just wanted to say bloody amazing and so cool.
Thank you. It was really amazing to meet you again, Orbits. I wish you could have stayed for longer, but you were busy, so understandable. And I got in the line and people were saying hi to me when they recognized me, which was just it's very surreal. It's a very surreal experience going somewhere where people know you, but you don't know that they're going to know you. Does that make sense? It was a very surreal experience. But in, like, the best way possible. I wouldn't have changed it for the world. It was amazing, and I, like, loved all the attention. Great, give me more attention, chat. But yeah, the panel was great in itself. I went, like, no, it wasn't Akko, sorry, Apple Kuna, who was on the panel, like, beckoned me, because the day prior, I'd met a lot of them outside, and they were like, sorry, we forgot your badge, it's at the hotel, though. And I've actually got on my lanyard here. This, right here, this is what Apple gave me as, like, don't know if that's going to focus. It's kind of hard to see, but that is the POW Creations gold pin that I got for winning the Void Rising event that you guys saw on my birthday. And I am one of 3 people with this pin. There's me, there is Shane, and I think there is Scott as well. So I had to spend most of the weekend trying to avoid having Crow steal that from me. Nor do I blame it for trying to get it off of me, because, yeah. Also, I never said hi to Mist, who came in about, like, 5 minutes ago. Hi, Mist. I hope you're doing good. But that was that. And then afterwards, I got a lot of photos with people. People were...
Did someone say hype train?
Not a single person on Earth said hype train, but I'm okay with you doing it. Hi, Erin! How are you doing? Thank you for the hype train, guys. Hope you're doing well too. Yay! Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm a little sick, but... Bleh. Hi, Ava! How you doing? So after the rats panel, I was just lurking around outside for a while, and at that point I got to see a lot of other people. I need to sneeze again.
No, I definitely heard someone say hype train.
I'm a little sick, Ava. I've got the co-flu. I like the con flu. Convid, if you will. How are you feeling? A little under the weather, but I'm doing good. It's not COVID, don't worry. After the rats panel, I was hanging around for a little bit and just saying hi to people. Ethan! Guys, can we get some love in chat? Here between. Thank you so much, Ethan. That's so random and unnecessary, but so appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, I was lurking around outside the Rats SMP panel for a while, because that's where I was going to be seeing everyone. That's where I was meeting everyone up, and got photos with people. And ended up meeting Spook and Lexi for the first time, and Topsy came over as well. That's where we saw them. And that's where we learned that I'm taller than Spook, and I had a good laugh at that. I also met Roz for the first time, Roz Cumber, who's on Vault SMP, and she very kindly gave me this sticker that she brought a crap ton of to the convention. So we stand Roz in this stream. Eve from Paws of Pride came over and gave me this sticker. I think that was everything I got outside of the Rats SMP panel, but there is more stuff that I have. But we'll get to that in a bit. Actually, wait, hold on. What is all this? Okay, yeah, a lot of it's just like, cool, okay. I love meeting you, IRL, this weekend. Have a good stream. It was amazing meeting you as well, Ava. Like, you've always been a homie, but it was really nice to experience the homie IRL. That sounds weird. And yep, Ethan, of course they announced Pirates SMP as well at the end, which I may or may not have already known about. Now, I'm not in it. I will confirm that now. How? I mean, same, but how? Well, I have a friend that's bad at keeping spoilers because they forget that I'm not in the loop with these things and just talks about it casually. And so I learned through that way, and then they realize and they're like, oh. Well, yeah, so I'm unfortunately not in Pirates SMP, as far as I know. I've not been told that I'm in it. So I would think I would have been told by now if I was, but I don't think I am. But I'm really looking forward to being in it. I do know somebody that is in it that I won't be spoiling because they sent a message to the wrong Discord. But I do know somebody that's in it. And I'm very excited to see that. Yeah. May or may not be in chat. Yeah. But what did I do after that? I don't know what we did after that, actually. I think we went for... I actually don't know. Because we had like 3 hours... No. Yeah, 3 hours before the Minecraft community meetup, which was the next thing that we did. I think, if I'm right here, we went to go and get ourselves some food. And we ended up going to get an ice cream. I hope that this is the right timeline here. So we all went down. The way up to the convention center was like, if in an airport, there's travelators, just like the conveyor belts that you walk on. There's like 4 of them going up to the convention center because it's a long walk. And we went back down them and we got an ice cream from the shop because all the food was shit. Or gone because somebody had bought it already. And yeah, we had an ice cream. We sat in the shade and we went back, chilled out for a bit, did a more walk around the convention, took photos, of course. And we then went to the Minecraft community meetup, which I don't know what necessarily I expected. It wasn't it wasn't really that. It was just a lot of Minecraft people in one room. That's all it was. Don't know what I expected. I think I was expecting to see more of my friends there. Like, more people I knew. A lot of the people that were there, I didn't know. Matt, thank you so much for the 50 bits. I really appreciate it. We've got 15 seconds to get 3%, by the way, guys. Just saying. But that was good. We ended up being in there for the rest of it. Was it more streamers or viewers? I think it was more viewers. There was a lot of the speedrunning community in there. But aside from that, it was mostly viewers. I did, like, this was another time that, like, we saw Spook and Lexi and Topsy again there, because I think they went off to go and do a Valorant tournament, or maybe that was the next day, not sure. Thanks for the 50 bits, Link. And yeah, that pretty much rounded off the first day. I don't remember what we did afterwards. Oh, we went to the Eiffel Tower. So we ended up, like, me and a bunch of other, like my group and another group joined forces. And we went to go and get food. I can't remember where we got food from. I honestly can't. Food was one of the things that I'm just like, I don't remember. But we met up with them, like, we split up with them and we're like, oh, we'll go get food and then we'll meet you back at the Eiffel Tower. Sound good, right? And this is a Saturday night. So we weren't expecting it to be quiet. But, oh, thanks for the stretch. Oof. But we ended up being there for 11 o'clock. And then they met us at like
you
12.
can verify I was at Twitchcon, right? Twitchcon won't give me my badge to XD. Is there only a limited supply?
Did you book a meet and greet? Because that decided to glitch a lot of the badges. But yes, you were there, and I'll talk about that in a bit as well, because it was at my meet and greet. I think a lot of people had a bug. Yeah, I'm just like... So I wanted this to not be a long stream, but it's turning into one. And... Oh, God, why have my dad text me? Okay. It's mine as well, Link. Oh, that's really weird. Must just be a bug. You can always contact support. Don't know. But we end up being at the Eiffel Tower. We had these vendors keep coming up to us and offering us beer or wine or laser pointers or little models of the thing. And it was just like, shut up, go away. Dejan decided to troll one of them by saying how much for one of the beers. And when he got an answer, was like, oh, sorry, I don't have that money. And the guy responded, oh, well, how much do you have? It was like, oh, no, I don't really want any at the moment anyway. I changed my mind. And to directly quote the man that was trying to actively sell stuff, bloody fuck man. That's why you called Dijon, for not buying something. Bloody fuck man, waste my time. I'm not making this up. That's exactly what was said. Another guy shone a laser pointer in Duck's eyes, which was pretty fucking weird. So we just told him to fuck off. Because that's not safe. I was getting so angry. I know. It was happening all night. Literally all night. But after the first time that the Eiffel Tower lit up with the little sparklies, Duck went to go and find everyone else, because they had made it to the Eiffel Tower area, but not to us. And I completely forgot to mention, the entire green was packed. I am so, like, we are so lucky we managed to get even any amount of space. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. But anyway, they eventually find their way over to us. Hold on, I'm taking this off. And decide, well, as a group, we decide, let's play Cards Against Humanity. Is your throne down? Not as far as I know. Not done anything with it since I got back. You like the thingy? I don't think so. It should still be on. But either way. So that was the entire thing, and we ended up staying for the thing to light up 3 times, which is like 3 hours worth. Mine didn't come through. I will go and double check the alert, but like... No, the alert's on. If you gifted something, it'll show up on my dashboard. 1 second. Just a bit slower. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's something. Wait, what is it? It doesn't tell me what you well, it doesn't tell me what you actually got. uh I bought you two things, one accidentally as a non. Oh right. Well, thank you very much. That's very cool. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Guys, you get some love in chat for Link. Sorry, having to figure that out, like, threw me a little bit. Yeah, so we ended up staying and playing Cards Against Humanity in the square for a good while. And obviously Cards Against Humanity is no, like, kids game. So we were all having a good laugh about stupid, like, cards that came up, and it was a really, really nice night. We ended up getting all the photos and all that kind of stuff as well. It was really, really nice. And give a creeper plush. I see. Thank you very much, Link. That's really cool. Thank you. And then by the end of it, I was exhausted by the end of it because it did come to like 1 a.m. I think it ended up being 2 a.m. by the time we got back to the Airbnb. So exhausting. And that was just a really nice night as well. So we get back and we go to bed because, you know, the traveling wasn't really that noteworthy. We got metros, we got trams. It was what it was. And then we were ready for the next day. So we woke up later because we were, like, exhausted. I, of course, woke up early-ish again because that's just what I do. So I was just having my phone on charge while I was just playing some games while I was waiting on everyone else because I didn't want to go for a shower too quickly, but whatever. Anyway, nice kisses. And the next day was a lot of just hanging around. Zalthos, I'll have the VODs up on Twitch, but I'm not going to start the story over again. I'm just a way to go into the second day of TwitchCon. But I'll have the VODs up on at Nukeri VODs on YouTube. But I hope you're doing good. Yeah, we woke up late. Everyone took ages to get ready again. And we headed out to go to convention for the second day. Now, we had already done a lot for the first day, but we wanted to, you know, have another wander and do whatever. And I wanted to, of course, go and do this recording with Morgan for the Logitech. So I went there and... Oh, pardon me. And... yeah, I did that. I won't spoil the video. It was just me naming Pokemon, but it was funny. So I'll wait for that to go up on Logitech, and I will then send you guys it once it's done and uploaded. I'll post it on Discord or something. Aqua Dragon, thank you so much for the follow. But oh god, what else was I going to say? Yeah, so I recorded that, then we just had another little wander. Hi, Felix! How's it going, dude? I'm just talking about TwitchCon. And yeah, that was that. There wasn't really anything that was going on this Sunday.
If you won't take my IRL donation here, you are.
I think it's an etiquette thing, Link. I'll talk about it more in a bit. Thank you very, very much for the £5 tip, guys. Can we get some love in chat for the £5 tip? See, that's okay. What I'll go more into it in a little bit when I get to that point, but yeah, I think it's an etiquette thing to not give creators money at these conventions. But yeah, we did a lot of wandering around. I was really, really tired from all the walking we were doing, so I was really, really exhausted, and I had to get off my feet for a lot of it. I did eventually post on Twitter, if you guys saw, that I was doing a meet and greet or an unofficial one up on like the top floor or whatever. And that time came around, and how many people were there? There weren't many. There weren't many people there, nor did I expect there to be. But Link came up. There was a few others as well. But Link, what I will say, and this was not like, this is more so that it's not something you try to do in future, because I think I was left in a very awkward position with it. I would say in general etiquette, don't offer creators money in person. There's just something slightly off about it. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, it's not the place to do it. You know? See, like 20cc's tweet, meet me on. I did also message Grace and Shay being like, hey, I don't think anyone's coming to mine, but like later if I were to do it, so can I gate crash yours? Neither of them answered, by the way, but that's just because they were probably busy. I have both of their numbers anyway, but like, and it was just a small thing, but then there was a photo where everyone is like looking really, really excited to see me, and it was really, really cute. And Minty came up to me as well and gave me a print and a sticker of Ever After's Nuke, which is fucking adorable. Now, Minty is a really, really talented artist, and this is like so cool. I see you on your Twitter, you had a wonderful time. It was really, really incredible. I had an amazing time with amazing people. All around, an amazing experience. So that was my meet and greet. And then, oh god, what did I do after? Can't really remember what happened afterwards. But then it came to the end. Came to the end of the day. And they're like, me and Aragon were down in the arcade from day one.
Hello beautiful, long time no smell, hope you're well and doing my usual pop in lurk.
Thank you, bro beads.
Love Nukeri 1 hype, Nukeri 1 derp.
I'm a little under the weather right now, but that's just because I was at a convention for the weekend in Paris. But I hope you've been doing good, man. I've not seen much of you in the past little while, but it's really good to see you and hope you're keeping well. Yeah. So, pardon me, sorry. The end of the day came and we and Aragon, pardon me, god damn it, we're downstairs in the arcade again. As Amanda's out there. I'm home now, so we're all good. And over the loudspeaker comes, attention, the convention is closing in 15 minutes. Okay. Bit short notice, but fair enough, right? 2 seconds later. Sorry, correction. 5 minutes. Now suddenly, there's a lot more on the line. Yo, Jude! Thank you so much for the follow, dude. It was great to chat to you. I know it was just like a very quick interaction we had at the weekend, but yeah, it was nice to see you again, dude. Because I'm pretty sure we met briefly in Amsterdam last year as well, but like, again, that was just a passing thing. But either way, it was really nice to meet you. Put that clip in the disc. There were multiple occasions where I made it onto Toby's stream by complete sheer coincidence. But anyway, so 5 minutes. 25 minutes later than I expected, and then the crowd outside was insane. It looked impossible to walk around. So it was quite bizarre because me and Aragon were waiting outside because me and Shay had been texting about plans for that night because I wanted to go out. I wanted to do something. Last night in Paris, I wanted to go out and get smashed. Anyway, never ended up doing that, by the way. But so I'm messaging Shay. Ollie comes out. Has a bunch of these left over, so I get one. So incredible art. I can't remember who it was that did the art, but whoever did do the art for Ollie's postcards, you are incredible. Yes. So I got one of them. Cute. It's really cool. I was thinking I might do something similar next year with TwitchCon as well, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. But we end up getting a big group together. I call Shay, and he's like, hey, I'm upside down. I still actually don't know if he was being literal or not. Like, he was underneath one of the escalators on one of the higher floors, and I was basically like, okay, well, me and Aragon are outside, and we're like, we'd like to do something. Do you have any plans, or what's the story there? Long story short, we end up going out to dinner with, oh god, let me think of the whole group now. So there was me, Aragon, Oliver Whelmed, Hayden, a couple of other people, Akko's cousin who lives in Paris, Hawane. I know there was more people as well. That's all I remember right now. Oh, and Apple. Apple came as well. Apple Kuna. We ended up going for a little wander after we did the slow walk down the Travelator area away from the convention. Akko runs ahead slightly and picks up Toby. Because we saw him ahead of us and he just swooped on in, which was a whole thing. Then Crow appeared out of nowhere, and then there was someone else as well, but I can't remember who that was. It might have been Ollie, actually. And then I was just in the background, and for some reason I ended up just being in that group as well. So when they were like when we were all like, bye chat, I was just there like, bye. Like, me and Toby haven't spoken more than like a few words to each other. It's like, the way I described this to Crow, because, spoiler alert for later in the story, me and Crow ended up bumping into each other at the airport last night, where we were just hanging out for ages. And I mentioned this to Crow, and the way I've described it is like, we've got so many mutual friends that it's very much like ships passing in a night. Like, we could see each other, but it's like we've never spoken more than a few words to each other. Obviously I'm more aware of him than he is of me, which is fair. I understand that. To make your fan art, check Discord DMs for it. Okay. I have a fan art channel in my Discord, so you can post it there. Oh. Okay, cool. We'll block you real fast. Thanks for making that easy for me. Hold on. Cool. Anyway, yeah, so it's very much like a ships passing in the night kind of thing, where I've just like, we know of each other, or does he know of me? Maybe. Well, Shay introduced me in a very like, Shay and Crow introduced me at the Rats panel, like this was one of the termites. And I tried to make another, like, I tried to bring up the fact that he tried to squash me with an anvil as a cat, but he just... Oh well, he wasn't there for that, so welp. Hold on 1 second, just gonna ban them as well from the Discord. Go! This guy's a bug, yeah. I was very much like, So... I'll see about jumping in a call with him at some point, because I know he does a lot of games with my friends as well, like CSGO and stuff like that, and I'd like to have a go of it as well, because I used to play CSGO all the time, but I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm, like, have any ulterior motive. It's like we've got so many mutual friends that I just think it'd be cool to hang out with him at some point. But anyway, after that all died down and we ended up talking to 5UP, Kara. We had False there as well. We chatted to them for a little bit. Didn't realize that 5UP won a clip contest, I think it was. I think he was answering questions on a clip thing. I saw highlights later on. But welcome home, Noah. And he had this trophy that was like the PogChamp. Jeopardy stuff. I see. And it had a little plastic baby in its mouth. And I was like, that's a very interesting trophy. And it was like, thanks, it's got a baby in its mouth. And I brought it up with him. I was like, we spoke very briefly last year in Amsterdam, but it was very much just in passing. And he was like, yeah, that's literally just how these things end up being. And I was like, well, it's nice to see you again. He was like, yeah, you too. Same kind of thing with False. Like, me and False Symmetry have always, like, it's very like fast paced. Like, it is very fast paced, and like False has always been lovely to chat to, and we've interacted a couple times on Twitter. More so, her liking my tweets or photo with her at Twitchcon last year. Sorry, I dropped a thing, and I don't know where it's gone. I wish it was there. It was really incredible. I would definitely recommend going if you have the finances for it, or, you know, whatever. But after that, we end up deciding, hey, let's get on a tram, go a few... let's get on a metro, go a few stops. That way we can find somewhere quieter and we can walk and have a wee chat and go and eat. And, like, it was Shay's cousin. He's the one that lived in Paris. That was basically our tour guide and translator, which was very helpful of him. Really lovely guy, actually. It was just quite funny. Are we ready for next year TwitchCon? Hell yeah. But yeah, we ended up walking for a bit. We found a place. It was boiling, but we got our food. I shared a pizza with Apple. Lovely enough. Then we kept on walking. Aragon decided to split off at some point to go back to the Airbnb because people were hosting a party in our flat, which I didn't know about. Okay, so here's my thing with it. I did know about it, but I only learned about it after it had been planned already. And I did get a little pissed off about that. Like, I went to sleep at like 2 a.m. the night before I got back and KO'd, and I learned that Duck had just gone and invited everyone over for the next day, and I was like, without talking to the other people that live here? Okay. So I was a little bit miffed about that, but I'm not gonna like rain on anyone's parade or anything, so I was just not there. We didn't expect you to be there. No, I know, I essentially like made sure of it. I didn't make sure of it. That sounds so bad. Like, because I wanted to go out anyway, but like the fact that I don't know, it never mentioned it at all until he was like, yeah, everyone's coming here tonight. I was like, okay. So by the time I ended up getting back, I had already walked for half an hour and I was tired, and it was like 2 a.m. and I was like, oh, great. But then we went out for drinks. I actually have I'm gonna post this photo of the drink that I got in Paris in the Discord. Pardon me. Where is it? There you are. So I've posted that in the Discord. I'll see if I can show it here as well. Oh, it's not sending. Hold on. There it is. So that's the drink I had. That is a little rose petal, what I think is a dried lime, and then some flowers of some description. Now that's called La Vie en Rose. So it's a rose petal. And everyone looked at me and was like, did you know that rose petal's edible? I was like, no, I didn't know that. So I go and pick it up, and I pop it in my mouth. And then they're immediately like, well, it won't taste good, but you can eat it. And I was like, you fuckers. So they basically like duped me into eating a rose petal for no reason. So that was a weird one. Hold on 1 second. See you later, Zalthos. Thanks so much for being here. Sorry that you can't stay for longer. Yeah, so then we end up doing some more walking after we've had our drink, because at this point we're pretty tired and we're gonna start heading away anyway. For some reason, me and Akko's cousin just end up holding hands for half the walk as well. I don't know why. But that was the most human contact I've had in years, so I was welcoming it. Nice enough guy. But yeah, we again, it was one of those bits where we was like slowly like separating and going our own ways. It ended up being me, Oliver, and Apo at the end. So Oliver headed down one street, me and Apo went down another. I left Apo at his hotel, and then I had to walk all the way back for another half an hour because the trams weren't working anymore because it was a Sunday. So yeah, that was, yeah, Nico's accidental was. I don't think Akko's cousin was fruity, but if he was, then I sure as fuck missed that chance. Anyway, yeah, so I ended up getting back. People were still there. I very strongly hinted that I wanted to go to bed, and everyone else was calling it a night. Like, everyone else was pretty much on the brink of calling it a night anyway, so I was like, bye. So that wrapped up the last day for TwitchCon. Now for yesterday, where the flight was. Oh my god, what an absolute nightmare. So, we had to be out. I'm gonna speed run through this because my throat's starting to really hurt now, and I'm going to call it soon. But yeah, we get up, we deal with everything, we clean up the place, and we check out basically at 12. So that's all good. Now, because my flight wasn't until 11 p.m., I had to carry my bag around Paris for the entire day, not helped by the fact that it was boiling alive. It was boiling and it was dry. My water started boiling in the bottle. It was so hot. It was so bad. I hated it. So we ended up at the Champs-Élysées, just the garden next to it. Oh, thanks for the hydrate line. So, look, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had an amazing stream. Welcome on in. I'm just telling the story of TwitchCon. If you want to see the full story, you can watch the VOD when I put it up in the next couple of days on at Nukeri VODs on YouTube, or just watch the VOD back on Twitch. But I hope you had a good stream. So yeah, we ended up sitting down in the Champs-Élysées garden with a bunch of food because we wanted to have a little picnic. Now, my throat was hurting at this point, so I was like, I'm just gonna get like a sandwich or something from one of these supermarkets, and that'll do me. So that's what I did. But among the other spoils of the picnic, which was set on a table of all of our bags, was about 4 baguettes, like long baguettes. Didn't go this year. You should go next year, though. It was an amazing amazing time. So I'm sure you would love it. Brie, butter, ham, sneezing, And yeah, but this was where it started to get emotional because periodically people started splitting off from the group to go and get their traveling home, like their journeys home. So that was its own thing. But I think the hardest goodbye for me was saying bye to Aragon. Cause like I would be lying if I said he wasn't my best friend right now. At the very least online. Best friend. So that was a tough goodbye. But it's weird for me because it was a goodbye, but it wasn't a goodbye because he was literally in my chat earlier anyway. But I digress. So we keep on walking and like, well, we eventually decide to get up and walk because we had been sat for a good few hours at this point. We slowly like start walking around. We end up meeting up with another group with like Cena, Pyro, Hyper, that group. Apple and Oliver were there, and we headed in the direction of the Louvre. Now, we didn't go into the Louvre, nor did anyone, as it turns out, but Oliver had it in his head that he wanted to go and visit the artist's town or artist village, he said. I think something along the lines of that's where like Van Gogh and that stayed or worked or something. Anyway, so we go there. By this point, there is 6 of us, including Duck and Gooses. They're both leaving at the same time because they're getting on the same train. So they end up leaving as we are, like, about 10 minutes after we get to the place. Because I need to go back to the hotel and get all the stuff anyway. But to get up the stairs was a nightmare because there was like 180 of them. This was like a really high up place. So there were like, it was a really, really steep part of the city. And me in the boiling heat with basically no water and a bag with all of my stuff in it from the weekend was a nightmare. So we had to walk up 180 odd steps to get out of the metro. And then we had to walk uphill to get to where we were looking for. And then to get to there, we had to walk up another 3 flights of stairs, all of which had about 40 stairs on. No, more than that. 80 stairs on them. I was, by the end of it, and I said this exactly to my family, but by the end of it, I was literally just climbing the stairs so that Oliver was still within strangling distance. And with the heat, oh, it was bad. So we walk around for a little bit. By this point, I've decided I can't sit down to eat because otherwise I'm going to get myself anxious about flying. So we get up, we go, and if you're following me on Instagram, you saw a photo I took of Ollie Heike Hate Me, but not really. It's just a painting that looked exactly like him, which was very funny. Oh, hold on. Don't know how that is. Sorry, I was just getting rid of the notifications. So after a little while, I decided to go and get the train. And I say my goodbyes to everyone, of course. It was always really, really lovely to see everyone. Wait, no, that's not what happened. We ended up going all the way back down, and together we walked towards the Gare du Nord, which was the train station that would take me to the airport. Now, I missed Noah, who was coming back to say goodbye, by about this much because I had to go and get on the train. But we got to the Gare du Nord. I made a funny tweet about the Aladdin magic carpet going on a drug bender, so don't do drugs, guys. And I got on the train back to the airport. And as I'm walking through the airport, I'm like, cool, airport's cool. And randomly, I just hear, Nuke, who's that? It's none other than Crowfang, who then later told me that it went to the wrong airport first. And that is the only reason why they were there at that time. And the best of idea. Matt, I've been over this on Twitter. It wasn't like shouting, but like it was quiet enough for me to hear it, but not for everyone to be like, you know? So me and Crow ended up going through security and passport control together. But there was something about passport control because it said my gate was closing at the time when we had just joined the queue for it. So I go up to one of the information guys that is there. And the audacity of this man, when I am like stressing the hell out thinking I may miss my flight, says, "You're not special, everyone here is the same." Now, when I tell you that pissed me off, and that on top of the fact that I thought I was going to miss my flight, but in a weirdly fortunate turn of event, it was delayed. So, I managed to catch my delayed flight despite being told, like, to essentially go fuck myself. Like, let's have a name more iconic joke. Oh, it was insane. It was so crazy. But me and Crow ended up having a really nice heart-to-heart for a lot of the time we were there, so honestly worth it. There's something I really like about like connecting with someone on a one-to-one basis where I can understand them better as a person. Because in a group, it's a little intimidating to try and have a one-on-one with someone. But I suppose I did okay with it during the dinner the night before with the, like, Apple and Shay and Grace and Hayden, like all that. It ended up being a really, really nice dinner. Everyone was chatting. It was really, really nice. Apple was a bit quiet. There's something about Apple that is like, and don't like. I don't want anyone to think of me saying this as an insult towards Apple. I love the guy to bits. He's hard to read though, because half the time I'm like, this dude hates me. When I have no reason to believe that. Like, but it's like Apple is one of the few people that I struggle to read, like, on an emotional level. It's hard for me to figure out where his headspace is at. And that's not on him, that's on me. But yeah, so we actually ended up boarding at about the same time. So I like after I got Crow's number in the airport, because I ended up getting a few people's number over the weekend, because I don't know, it just seems good to be able to text people. But I had texted it saying, "We just boarded at the same time, let's race." Crow obviously would have won that race because of the fact that it was going to London and I was going another country over entirely. But then my tweets then said the whole thing. It was like, I'm currently crying on a train. Sorry, plane. Sorry, bus. Sorry, taxi. And now I'm just crying at home. Because, yeah, having such an amazing time, it was emotional. Like, I'd be lying if I said leaving wasn't emotional. It was an amazing, 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 amazing weekend. And I am very, very grateful for everyone that I got to spend time with even for 5 minutes, because it was fun. It was emotional. It was everything I needed to motivate me. So, with that being said, I'm going to send you guys on a little raid into my bestie. So, guys, copy and paste the raid message. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow with probably what is going to end up being only up in Minecraft. Because I saw that they posted that. I've not seen anything about it other than the fact that they made it. So I'm going to be doing that. But until tomorrow, thank you guys so much. This has been a weirdly different stream, but I hope that you guys did enjoy this change up from it. But thank you so much. This next year is going to be crazy because we're getting Twitch partner or quitting. No, I'm kidding. But I would like to get a Twitch partner this year. And I'm going to be working very hard to try and make it happen. So, until tomorrow, goodbye, guys.